Hello, hello, hello. And welcome to another one line of code. Happy Friday, everyone. I hope you're doing well. This that you see here is me drawing from my unlimited pool of energy. Yes. I got so very drained early this morning, and it happened super fast, and I'm in a in-between mood at the moment of recovering from conversations that I just recently had. But we're gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be fine. Merry Christmas. Hare Krishna. um I hope you are all doing fantastically well. I am looking around for stuff because I'm confused, but yeah, here we are. It is Community Day here on the One Lion channel of One Lions, which we will have some fun with in a little bit. I'll open up Discord not too long from now. But first, let's get set up and find out how everyone is doing. Zulius came by, did a quick resub. I really appreciate that. I hope you're having a great day. And Dukasoft is here. Ooh, being amazing as ever. What intro image do we want today? Today, we want Apocalypse today. Wait, that was Dukasoft. Dukasoft, you played Apocalypse's intro music, and he wasn't even here. Do 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 do. How about a unicorn today? A Pegasus unicorn. I was listening to a story, and in that story there are Pegasuses, and I just wanted to visualize a Pegasus unicorn flying through a rainbow. And the horns aren't quite right, but I think this one is my favorite one. This one is my favorite one for them. And wait, this is supposed to be my entry picture though. We'll have this one on the stream, on the main desktop screen. We need a doorway for this screen, or it is a type of donut. Or we can have a kitchen. Let's do a kitchen. There. A uniquack. Uniquack Pegasus. What would that look like? I'm pretty sure we could generate an image for that. I kind of want to see it. I'm going to do it off camera in case it decides to generate something a little bit too unsafe for work. We're going to find out what a uniquack Pegasus. Well, no, just a uniquack. A hyper realistic, no, an impressive award-winning photograph of a uniquack. And then I'll use my typical no low quality realistic cinematic with a detailed background. No bad artist. And that should be pretty good. That should be enough for this. And I'm going to use a model that is a photorealistic model. I'm going to make it landscape so that I can use it as the stream image. Do we want it to be colorful? Yeah, let's do that. Do you guys have any specific colors in mind that you want to see mixed into this picture? Oh, I like that one. But yeah, give me some colors if you feel like it. Definitely no pressure. Pink and brown of a pink and brown uniquack. Do you want it to be doing anything in particular? So, like the thing that I love about AI generated images, I don't know, am I brave enough to show this? I don't know if I'm brave enough to show my Stable Diffusion UI. Because there is just way too much potential for this thing to generate not safe for work pictures. It's sitting. A pink and brown sitting uniquack. It is waiting for a developer to tell it their problem. Aw. Aw. Those are not as funny looking as the ones that I just got. Okay. Um Here's what we'll do. Get a new folder. Put it out here. This new folder will be here. Pictures, AI generated images, Uniquack. Okay, I'll put this folder on screen so that you guys can see it shortly. I need to get rid of some of these quick access ones. Cool. Okay. Um, that'll do. That'll do. And then I'll get the images location over here. Text to image output. And grab both images. Oop, not that one. That one is an office. That's a cool looking office. I should show that one. Okay, make it big and on screen. All right. Okay, so these are what the Stable Diffusion Realistic Vision 1.3 model thinks a uniquack is. What is this thing? Hello, Zush. Zush? Zush? Oh, I like these. It was just they were too. I like the extra leg. Pretty. And then here are the pink and brown ones. which just look like actual ducks that are just pink and brown. That's no leg. A triquack? Is that what that one was? We asked for a uniquack, guys. Don't give us no tricax. That's terrible. I think it was when I told it that it was waiting. I don't think it knew what to do with that. So I'm taking that prompt out. No, I think it's because we told them that they're sitting. Interesting. Telling it that they're sitting made it look like a more realistic duck as opposed to this uniquack thing. There we go. This is better. No idea how it got to that, but we'll share it. So here are two uniquacks for you, pink and brown uniquacks that are waiting for a developer to talk to them to communicate their problems. What is this goop? This looks like the slime that was in Ghostbusters 2. This one is like a hybrid turtle, eagle, lizard, duck thing. I like the pattern on the edge of your wing. And this one I have no idea how it came up with it. This is a uniquack. It's a new type of truck. Um, it has curls for headlights or floodlights. Dukasoft wants one. Hey, there was one more. Dude, dude. And then back to regular looking ducks. Bum bum bum. Anyway, fun with stable diffusion. Let me know if there are any random prompts that you would like to try out, as long as, well, any prompt that you want. If it's not safe for work, I won't show the picture. Otherwise, I am going to set the, they can be even more awesome. Use your imagination, Dukasoft. Treat me like I'm mid-journey. Hashtag not trying to steal anything. I'm trying to find the picture. Where's the AI image? Okay. We would like to use the unicorn from Uniquacks. All right. This one is the one that I settled on. Hello? Hello, image? It ended up like way off screen. Center on screen. There we go. Can I move you now? I can. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so hi, welcome. Now that that's out of the way, today is Community Day on this channel, where I like to invite anyone that has any topics that they would like to discuss in the realm of technology, programming, .NET, whatever's going on with your life regarding work that you're doing, projects that you're working on, things you're having fun with. I'll invite you, or I am inviting you, into Discord. Just hop into a voice channel in Discord. Most likely the stream waiting room is the one that I'll see you the easiest in, provided I don't cover up my Discord screen like I always do. You know what? Let's get Discord open on you. so that I can see the voice channels. Just remember that, or not remember, keep in mind, in case you were never aware of this, keep in mind that I do record these videos and post them to YouTube, and also because your voice will be coming through on the stream, then your voice will also be recorded on that video. And this time I made sure to turn on my audio output settings to actually record Discord audio. So yeah, just let me know. Otherwise, if no one decides that they feel like talking about any topics in chat and voice Discord, feel free to put any topics that you want to discuss, that you want to spend some actual focus time on discussing, and we will look at those in depth, do some research if we need to, or just have candid conversation about it. And otherwise, if there are no discussions in chat, then we'll just continue looking at the bot. We were starting to add some functionality last community day or 2 community days ago for the bot that have to do with allowing me to create new chat response messages, commands on the fly through the UI. Why? Because. But yes, hello Marcus, voice coder. Konnichiwa. Hope you're having a fantastic day today. If there's anything that you want me to go over on how this bot works, I'm sorry. I think I can't even remember. I'm gonna find out if I ended up getting this branch that I'm working on to a state that actually connects to Twitch and listens for chats. You just finished streaming on Twitch and you had 1 viewer. Am I not subscribed to you? I'm not following you. I wanted to watch your streams because I kind of. Like, we met a long time ago. Long time ago. And I could have sworn that I followed you at that time. Oh, you've been playing games. Still, I would have watched. I would have been there to support. I'm just lurking on what's his face, Clayman's channel right now. One viewer is better than half a viewer. Okay. Do you actually join? Bot instance is not null. Channel name is not null or white space. Try connecting. Oh, it's not connected. Twitch chat client is null. Right? I pushed F9. Try F10. Just definitely figured out that Microsoft Azure is a lot better at speech recognition than Dragon Naturally Speaking. Really? That's interesting. I've been using, not really been using, but I plan on using more often Descript, which is, it was originally Lyrebird. And that seemed to do a pretty good job of, like, if I feed it a video, it would give me the transcript of the video. And it was pretty good, except for, you know, those key terms that are specific to technology. If you say .NET or Blazor, it wants to spell it a different way. Or people's handles, Twitch handles. bot instance is not null. Here's some options for you. I don't want to do mouse over any of those. We're going to try connecting. Bot name access token, connecting to Twitch. So we see we see that here. We're creating a new Twitch client if it's null. Actually, no. We were unsubbing from everything if the Twitch client is not null. The pub sub client is the one that I use for listening for redeems. And then the Twitch chat client is the one that's used for listening for chat and sending messages to chat. I am currently not using Helix, I don't think. For sending messages. Which I think is going to break eventually. Send message. Oh, interesting. My send message. What? My send message only sends messages to my Twitch hub. Oh, it's what? What? How do I send messages to the channel? Is it called post message? Is my post to chat? That's how I do it. Okay. Post to chat. We'll do Twitch chat client dot send message. So I think that there's like a separate, you choose the API or something. I don't remember. I don't remember. But anyway, we're just checking to see if we can get the Twitch chat client. It's Twitch Live Twitch client to connect. The answer is yes, it can connect. Twitch pub sub probably doesn't connect, and the reason why is because I didn't do the auth flow, because the Twitch pub sub requires a different auth token. So that's this button up here. So right now it's only, dang it, how did you error? It's only listening for Twitch chat messages. Server timed out. Oh, yeah, duh. Since I was stepping through the code, it timed out, even though it looks like it connected. So we should be fine, I hope. Let's find out. Nope. Oh, yes. So yes, it's definitely still listening for chat. And yeah. So I guess the thing that I was trying to do was add some UI that would let me create one of these. And I'm thinking that because now I have two connections or two listeners, it's going to post twice, and it did. That's cool. So I have the one that's always running as a service on my computer. And then I have this one. Double is good. Noise. Noise. Lost in a dream. I don't know which. Do you know which? Apparently everything is blue, although it looks like it's picking up our name colors. What I need to do is make those bold. I need to make them bold. Let's see. Bold. Bold. Chat echo. Chat echo. Render messages. For each message, do the rendering. Make it. What is the Bootstrap class for bold? Because apparently I'm using Bootstrap. Yep. It is bold. Bootstrap 5. Bold. Use the strong tag. I don't want to use a strong tag. I don't like strong. FW bold. Thank you, Kamunga. But yes, I could just use a strong tag outside of it. Survey says rebuilding, and there we go. It is bowed. Yes, welcome to the Daily Code Fund. So I'm not really working on our normal stream project. Today is Community Day. So if anyone does feel like having a conversation about technology or something that you are interested, or if you just have questions about something you're working on too, and you want to talk about it using your voice, then feel free to hop into our Discord and join one of the voice channels and we can have a discussion about it. Right now I'm kind of just messing around. I've been wanting a way to add whoa there. I've been wanting a way to add commands. I really need this thing to not listen for commands. We have information on the screen. We can style it. Why doesn't that look bold? Haha. Haha. I beat you to it. Sumimasen. Why are you not bold? Do you have bolder? Yeah. Bolder looks better. But that's doing the entire thing. That's why it doesn't look bold. I need you to only be on the username part. Gimme. Gimme. Bada. And there we go. That's better. I took a swig of my drink thinking it was Rabenna, but I had that earlier. It was cold coffee. I love cold coffee. I'm not gonna lie, and it's because I put cream and sugar in mine, so when it gets cold, it tastes a lot like Capio, and it's so good, so good. I keep looking around because I keep losing my Discord. I'm always covering it up with stuff. I really need a marquee for when we aren't actually working on the financial management tracker. But that's fine. We're still doing .NET 7 Blazor full stack development. And Dukasoft did ask earlier, what do you call a developer who keeps getting confused by problems coming from all over the entire technical stack? The answer, a full stack developer. Hello, Amazing Master Rat. I was about to not respond, and yes, and very yes. .NET, it will. Why did I? Why is it hard for me to actually say that and just say it? Hmm. .NET is amazing. I will say it that way. I don't know that it's the best because I haven't had experience with everything else. to say that it's better than everything else. Trying to get a job in full .NET Stack. Very difficult with no commercial experience. I saw that. I saw when you posted that, but yeah, it's really dumb because you do have industry experience in general, just not Blazor. Wait, how are you, in other wordsing full stack to mean front end Blazor? Full stack .NET would be working on the back end code, middle tier, front end. Migrated to .NET 6 application to .NET 7 without any hassle so far. At least customer has not complained, although it is a bank holiday here in the UK. Yeah. We're going to be going from .NET 6 to .NET 7 relatively soon. Probably not for the next release, but I'm going to assume shortly after. They keep wanting more features, and it's like we want to make sure that the code is uh, better than it is. It's code that existed for quite some time. I have no idea how long exactly. Yeah. But the code base is a mess-ish. Even the new UI code that I brought in, I tried my best. No, I tried hard. This is me fixing my words to be 100% honest with you guys. I tried hard to structure the code that I created in a way that when we integrate it into the app, it would be easier to maintain. What ended up happening instead is I put all of my reusable components and application specific components in the same project. And there was intermingling of having some state classes that my reusable should be able to be used anywhere components had in them. But I'm now going through and restructuring the UI projects so that they are nice and clean. And it's because we are on the verge of another release. And we have been for what, 2 weeks now? But we've been doing this code semi freeze kind of thing, where if there are any immediate bugs that are being caught by our QA team, then we just try to squeeze them in while we're still waiting on feedback from the representatives that we have from the Microsoft. I don't know what they're called exactly, but from Microsoft Store, they're doing all of the accessibility testing and then letting us know if there are any accessibility failures for our app. So we're just waiting on one more feedback, and then we'll be able to release most likely on Monday. I hope on Monday. Where they are located, it's currently a holiday for the entire week. Or version upgrades are very hassle free in new .NET since they made it all just .NET. True. Marcus says, I'm doing accessibility testing with Visual Studio on a permanent basis. Wow. I would love help with it. Like, I watched the on .NET. I can't remember what the program was, but they were on Twitch live yesterday. It was Maddie and Brian. I can never remember his name. And then their guest was talking about accessibility. And so I've been doing a whole bunch of narrator specific things as well as making sure that it's got good contrast and that our users can. We don't have a setting for it yet, but I want to put it in there. Our users can disable animations or slow down animations at least, but we don't have very many animations as it is, so I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue. Like the only animations we have are a loading spinner and a progress bar that fills up while things are running. So Marcus knows about that part. That content overload affects me sometimes. Just too much information all at once. Yeah. And Masterat said, I saw a demo of a blind dev using Visual Studio and it was amazing. Awesome. Yeah, so they taught us in I don't have a Maui app in this project. In that stream that I was talking about, they mentioned the XAML accessibility checker that you get integrated with Visual Studio 17.3.5. What are we at? Ooh, ooh. And Master Rat found the link to it. 17.5.3. Dyslexic. Um, so if you are running an app or a project that uses WPF, set as startup, set as a startup. Ooh, and Marcus says he saw a video on a one-handed developer working for Microsoft. Tasty. Load. Reload. Okay, so when you're debugging a Maui or WPF project, in your visualization tree, you now have this little icon up here, which I don't know how to do the fancy zoom thing. Um, but it will look at your UI, all of your XAML controls specifically, things that are on the live tree. I forget what it's called. Yeah, accessibility tester. And it will identify issues that you might have, which is what this thing is doing. It doesn't do a very good job of, or not, it doesn't do a very good job of, it doesn't work with any content that you have rendering inside of a WebView control. So in our case, we have a Blazor WebView control. However, when you tell it to use DevTools, we already have some pretty amazing tools in Lighthouse for analyzing your accessibility. And so if we look here, we can see that I am not doing very good on this page as far as accessibility is concerned. There are also plugins that you can use if your app is able to run, if you're able to run your UI in Chrome or in Firefox, then there are plugins like Wave. Why is do not use HTTPS under best practice? Does not use. So there is a an image that I have that is not using HTTPS. I was like, what? I'm afraid to click on click that on our WordPress site. Yeah. Yeah, so Marcus knew where I was going with that, with the similar things in DevTools. I just wish that there was a DevTools extension for Wave because I loved using Wave. Let me show you what Wave looks like. My latest gripe is the size of buttons to click on, as I use a reflective strip on my hat to move the mouse and foot pedals to press mouse keys. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think our buttons are The hard ones like are when you use I need to get to the folder first. When you use the make my text size bigger option in Windows. So you adjust this slider based off of what you want. Like, let's say you don't want the windows themselves to be bigger or smaller. You just want the text size inside of the apps. So instead of doing like a full zoom, then you're only doing the text size zoom. Thankfully, I had everything already set to use rems, but the problem is that my base font size was set as a CSS. I keep calling it CSS variable. Someone corrected me on what they're actually supposed to be called. Custom property, CSS custom property. So since it was a CSS custom property defined in : root, and I was overriding it, or I wasn't overriding. Yes, I am. I'm overriding it in a style helper. I needed to use JavaScript to change the actual value of the CSS custom property. Did that make sense? I call them vars as well. But Deflex is here. Hello, Deflex. So anyway, what I was trying to say is I had the everything was set relative to that, including the text and the padding on buttons. But for some reason, the buttons were not changing size while the text inside of it was. And I couldn't figure it out for a really long time. And it was because the container's width was the thing that was controlling the size of those buttons that I was struggling with. And anyway, I got it fixed, and everything now increases in size and decreases in size as needed. If you're just using the regular zoom, display zoom, then that always worked. This thingy here, scale. I always get padding and margin mixed up. Yeah, button small is fine in a web app. Member icons by CodeRush, they're really small in IDE. I don't remember. But yeah, um, here we are, looking around like a lost duck. Speaking of lost duck, if you missed the beginning of the stream, we found out what uniducts look like. And uniducts look like this, according to Stable Diffusion. Hi. This one is having a wild conversation with us. And this is a triduck. We asked for uniducts and we got a triduck. I can't believe it gave us a triduck. And then we wanted to know what pink and brown uniducts look like, and then it gave us pink and brown ducks. Or uniquack. Sorry, they're called uniquacks. Not Midjourney, no. Generated by automatic 1111 local installation. So if there is a prompt that you would like to see, provided it doesn't generate not safe for work images, just let me know. And I'll see what your prompt brings up. I will be your Midjourney for the day. Your free Midjourney. Do. And I kind of want to put that as just like a redeem since I don't have very many things to redeem. How would a Dukabot look? What colors? Stained glass. Oh yes, definitely that. Same colors as the Uniduck, Uniquack. Sure. But I like live codings too. Whoa. Oh, dude. Dude, I think you're gonna like it. Almost done generating. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you a Dukabot. A pink and brown Dukabot. So let's do stained glass money. For the yellow background, which means that we don't need a detailed background, but we do want it to be super high quality. Absurd res because it's absurd res. All right, we'll do. I'll show you the rest of them too. Looks like something from StarCraft. Here's another one. Dude, why isn't this generating what we prompted for? Stained glass money with wings flying away. That does not look like what he asked for. Here's another one, and there will be one more after this. Ugly trees with handsome hands wearing crowns holding ice cream. Yes. Okay, what I'm going to do then is accumulate these so that I can have them all generate at the same time. Prompt files. So this is, just so you see it, this is what I am using to generate this. And these are the images that currently came up for, oh, that could be why. For LiveCoding's prompt. Here is, maybe we don't need it to be a photograph. Ubisoft loves the first two Dukabots. Absurd res. We'll go ahead, once I put this down here, we'll go ahead and apply. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Dang it. We should still have them in here though. Prompts from file. Good. I wanted to apply, like so. Okay. So this should generate 4 more stained glass money wings. Hopefully it doesn't generate anything. I'm kind of afraid of the handsome hands because this thing has a chance to generate quite a few NSFW works. I could put in here not NSFW. Yeah, I think it's this model. It's not creative enough to think of fantasy type things, so I'm going to change the model. I'm pretty sure one of those is the Mothman. I'm going to use a model called Fantastic. Okay, and while I get that ready, I will be sending, showing the last one and sending Dukasoft. Absolutely. Yeah, so definitely, if you don't know Marcus Voice Coder, he said that he just streamed earlier today, was it? And he had 1 viewer. He was gaming. What game were you playing, by the way? Discord. Show off channel from me. Shared any. Dukabot. by stable diffusion. And he said the first two. There you go. They will be in the Discord's shared any channel for you, Dukusoft. Okay. These are pretty cool. So what exactly was Nightlight's prompt again? Award-winning photograph of ugly trees with handsome hands wearing crowns holding ice cream. Oh my gosh, this thing is so far off. Oh, I want to get you a good one. I want to get you both a good one. Let's try Fantasy World. Did I spell money wrong or something? Hello, Thindal. We are taking prompt requests for random AI generated images. This thing is not doing a very good job on your prompts, though. All right, we have our first joiner for our Discord voice channer. Once I find my Discord. There we are. Oh, I need to turn on my stream virtual camera so you can see live time.
Yes, please.
There you go.
Also, hi, Marcus. Now I can see the lion.
On there. Man, these are not turning out very good.
It doesn't look crap, but I don't know what the prompt was.
Oh, not those. Those are
impressive award-winning photograph of a pink and brown Dukasoft. Dukabot. Well, it's kind of a bot.
Let's try.
And it is pink and brown. Not so sure about the rest, though. Might not win any awards.
PhotoGen often has some really cool stuff. We'll do ProtoGen Dragon. So yeah, what's going on, Thindal? How are you?
I am all right, thank you very much. And how are you?
So like right before the stream, well, not really right before the stream, just throughout the entire morning, my energy got sapped so hard. And I was like,
sucks. Anything happen or just random?
Oh, conversations with the team and just the way the morning went overall.
Isn't it Good Friday over there?
Yes.
Isn't that a holiday?
Not recognized by the company that I work for.
Okay. Okay. I think if a company didn't recognize this holiday over here, the union would go ape poop.
It is kind of weird because our company headquarters, I believe, is in France.
Yeah, but they always, they adapt to local customs and laws, especially when it's in their favor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But do you have anything else like extra off right now? Like Monday?
No, not at all. None.
Okay. So I had half of yesterday.
Hello, everyone. I need to make sure.
Hello, LiveCoding.
I still can't get it to make money or tree with hands.
That's fine.
Money or tree with hands.
It's not fine. So we have two pending prompts right now, which are a stained glass money with wings flying away with a yellow background. And then we have another one that is ugly trees with handsome hands wearing crowns holding ice cream, which you would think this thing would be able to do.
Marcus, I am also a freelancer, and no, I don't get any pay.
Well, I'm a W-2
on bank
employee.
holidays. Yeah.
How many holidays
Kinda
a year?
weird.
One. 7, right? 7 total.
11.
Days?
11 holidays.
We're talking
I'm not allowed
weekdays.
to bill for.
Weekdays and PTO not included.
Right.
Anyway.
So I'm saying only holidays.
Yeah. You get 10. So I'm off today.
Perk, I get to work Christmas. I don't like Christmas.
Okay.
Well, if you like it, then perfect for you, right?
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is anyway.
Yeah.
So happy
LiveCoding,
holidays.
is that profile picture you or like a random picture?
Profile picture.
Oh, that. I mean, is that? What do you mean? The red and white background?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real life. That was not. That's my work. That is
okay.
When I'm on a work call, that is my background.
Oh my god.
Nice.
And I have to, if I'm on a call with a vendor, it is a little bit weird. The guy I talked to yesterday kind of giggled when he saw it for the first time. So it's a little weird.
I'm getting, Land of the Rising Sun vibes, but I'm entirely sure it's also wrong.
That was the original one from 15 years ago. I just used the Japanese flag, put it behind my, did a horrible Photoshop job and put the flag behind me, and it was beautiful. This one is a real thing.
Nice.
But it's not a rising sun. I have no affiliation with the Japanese Navy. Apparently that's what the flag is. Anyway.
I don't know that.
It's a great sunburst. I just call it a sunburst. So
yeah,
it's real.
Let's call it a sunburst.
Yeah, that has no implications. Excellent. All right.
So where do I put my AI generated photo requests?
Just throw it in chat. I'm not getting any good ones, so I haven't been able to show any. I mean, they look cool. They just aren't what was asked for. I mean, come on. Dukesoft.
There you go. There's a prompt.
I will try it, but here's what it's coming up with for trees with crowns and handsome ugly
trees. Where are you generating this, by the way?
Crowns, Utah. Where are you generating them?
Not what I meant. And you know
his computer. He's running Midjourney on his computer.
I'm running Stable Diffusion, automatic 1111.
Oh, stable.
Stable.
Oh, I thought you were running Midjourney.
That's probably what I can do. I have a LoRa for Midjourney. Let's try that.
Photograph of ugly trees with a handsome hand.
It just doesn't know what the words mean. So you have to be very careful when doing words. And this is where I'd like to learn more about how the prompts. Anyway.
Yeah, so what you're saying is my prompt is going to suck.
Your prompt, it will not know. Yeah. It's going to be whatever. It's not going to know the word Thindal unless. It's not going to know that.
That's why we did Dukabot. I was like, what would you think a Dukabot looks like? How would you imagine a Dukabot to look?
Oh, is that what I did? A king cone? That actually is an ice cream cone. Whoop.
Yeah. Okay, so let's try pasta you there. Generate some more and see if the Flonix Midjourney taught model works. But yeah, these are the ugly trees with handsome hands. None of them are really wearing crowns. None of them.
There's a crown, okay.
Like the ice cream is wearing crowns.
Why is there an ice cream? Is this more king cone? Because that was a good connection from Marcus.
Those trees look really weird, don't they?
They're ugly. They're supposed to be ugly trees.
Yeah, but they just look wrong. I don't know.
It looks like it was painted by a computer almost.
Yeah, but doesn't this thing mostly use composites? It's like, here's a tree, here's an ice cream cone, here's a... It's all generated?
I will show you if we'll be safe. We'll be safe. I will show you how. Oh, and it's oh my gosh, I'm choosing all the wrong things. Is what's happening. Okay.
Important context, Thindal. There is the Dairy Queen king-sized cone, aka a king cone, which it just keeps drawing ice cream. Yeah, and that is honestly that doesn't look like the Dairy Queen king cone, but whatever. So, but that was a very good
these are supposed to be
possibility.
Money. So maybe we need to be more specific about what we mean by money.
So what I was trying to do, I was trying to take the emoji for money with wings, you know, the money flying away.
Mm-hmm.
So, in fact, if you could paste in the money with wings emoji,
I could.
And see how that goes. On Windows, it's a Win key semicolon opens that keyboard. But the problem is if I type in the word, money. Yeah, I'm an expert.
Over here it's Windows dot, but it's all different.
Oh well, no. It's all both work. I don't know why they dedicated 2 keys to it, but both work. Pretty sure. I'm saying that aloud, and now I'm not sure.
So was your prompt Zelda?
Okay,
no, it was now the streamer Thindal's new profile picture.
Oh yeah. Okay, so what I wanted to show you with this is how it actually generates the image. You might not see it as quickly, but the first thing that you should see is every 10 steps it'll show us the progress that it's made. It starts with noise, which is just a whole bunch of random pixels of different colors in different places based off of the sampling method that you choose. Then it starts forming those as a generative model. It's like, I know what this is supposed to look like because I've been given a prompt, so I'm going to make this look like that, given all of that noise. So the first few stages are not showing us the intermediate steps.
Dang.
And it's going so fast right now because it's running on another machine that's really high powered.
I'm also guessing that machine has fans that are spinning.
They actually have not been spinning that much with these prompts. Like if I had to do 100 in a row, like it's just now starting to spin up the GPU fans. Reminding me of Silence of the Lambs now. And what I'm doing is I'm providing it each of the prompts that we were given in this, and it's generating 4 images per prompt using a random seed. So that we can finally get our final image. And these look like... Why? Ooh. Where are your handsome hands, though?
Oh, no.
No handsome hands.
And this is... Yeah, I don't know enough about prompt engineering. Which I love that the term exists now. Welcome to the future.
Yeah, yeah, seriously.
That is definitely not me.
I was going to say it's spot on.
It's also not entirely wrong, because when I started Googling my name, it turns out there's a place in India, like a temple or something in India. It's called Thindal, which means it's got some kind of Indian connection. And when you looked at that image, it could have been an Indian guy, right?
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe not the mustache, perhaps, but definitely, I mean, the skin color and the general color scheme kind of says Indian to me.
Mustache, it is on point. It's a certain type. It's the Sikh, right?
Okay.
And they have mustache. Anyway.
The should be.
Brother, I can't pronounce the name. I know how to spell it. I'll spell it for you.
I think it can be pronounced both ways. Yeah.
Okay. Great. I'm very nervous about mispronouncing.
Typing it into chat. Yeah, you don't have to.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Anyway,
It's
So-
a village in Tamil Nadu in India, and
Okay.
I butchered that as well.
so there probably are pictures tagged with Thindal that do not
Yes.
look exactly like you. Not
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
No, no. But it's got some kind of connection to India, which means it tried to produce an Indian guy, which
So yeah,
is
get
really
creative.
freaking cool.
Get creative. So we're gonna teach you all how to do prompt engineering, as LiveCoding reminded us what it's called. So I've learned a few things while playing with this, and if you start giving it more things like if it's a picture of something realistic, telling it the camera that it's being taken with, like a Canon C6 or whatever, that will. Oh, these are cool though. That will increase the chance of it being more realistic looking. You can do depth of focus. You can do detailed background. So adding the information about how the image is composited, it does a better job of putting it together for us.
Yeah.
Anything
see?
that has to do with actual people, though, I'm kind of scared to let it generate on the stream because people tend to
Although
be
you
missing.
will,
Is
you will
that on the
generate
same
the
prompt?
nightmare.
No,
Yes. Yeah.
Also, what is this?
that is really
Is this
freaking
Thindal?
weird.
Is this Thindal still?
That is definitely not me,
Did you
but it does
see-
look
yeah.
a little bit like it could be a streamer, right?
Yeah. Who's
The
sporting a whole
Setline.
bunch of Adidas and Thindal's chair.
Okay.
That's your
Duco,
closest to
in
John.
what,
Yeah.
where?
Yeah.
Where did you put it?
How did it know the gender? How does it know that you're male? Yeah, it keeps.
No, I think it's
assuming.
just biased. And that's a horrible thing to say, but I still
I don't
think,
think
you
it
know,
is.
it's biased.
If it's biased towards females, because most of these models seem to generate things that I don't necessarily want to show on stream.
Okay. Well, then I am
What do you mean? I'm
happily
joking.
impressed and
What do you mean? What do you mean?
happily surprised. Let's call it that.
Yeah, like I'm sweating
would've
right
think
now
it's
because I'm like, it's
usually the other way
generating
around.
people. Although I do have an yeah. The other big tip is pro tip is have good negative prompts. So right now I have NSFW as a negative prompt. We don't want it to be low res. We don't want it to be cropped. We don't want it to be worse quality, low quality, blah blah blah. So tell me a story about a character that you want to see. How about that?
How about, give me a second. Lyrics to intro of Bel Air. Now, this is a story all about how my
you might
life
just
got
wanna Google.
flipped, turned upside down.
Yeah, go ahead, Google that.
We'll try it.
Paste it in. First, yeah.
Are you
It
actually
might.
typing it out, Thindal?
Is there a max length to the prompt?
No, not to the prompt, but to Twitch chat. There is.
Hold on, I'll send it on VC text. Is a link.
Sounds good. You could also do it in this channel directly. It has a chat.
I did not know that.
No, I don't. Oh, do you want the whole song?
Yeah,
Is that
just
what you're
grab the
saying?
whole thing.
Problem is, it has carriage returns and. Oh, I know. So
I mean,
it is
worst
going to
case,
make
it
my
doesn't
computer
work, right?
struggle because it's going to have a lot more tokens to parse. But it'll try. It'll try its little heart out.
That's what makes it. That's what makes it fun.
You've got to think what it's got going on.
Speaking of mayhem.
It actually did Fresh Prince type scenes from the opening.
Oh, they have the taxi. Yeah. Got in the taxi cab. Went to Bel Air. That's the Ghostbusters taxi,
That's
but
not
it's all
bad.
good.
So yeah, as you can see, all of the people that were generated are super awkward, which is good because I will show you the next thing that you do once you find an image that you like.
What
That's what this stream is
does
all
that
about.
taxi have, like a scoop sign? You know, like an engine scoop to push air?
Maybe?
It
Like
kind
the
of
thing
looks
on
like
top?
it.
Is that what you're asking about?
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
yeah,
You
we'll
usually
say
have
it
one of
does.
those on your hood if you have like a muscle car.
Intake. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let's say that you really liked this picture. And you're like, I
Mhm.
want this person to look better. So step one is to grab the seed from this picture and then tell this thing we want to make it high res. And what will happen is, since we're using the same seed, before I do high res, since we're using the same seed, it's going to generate exactly the same picture.
Nice. It's still doing 4?
Yeah, I forgot to change it to 1.
Oh,
Okay.
I have a question.
Yep.
Style transfer. That is the thing I'm most interested in.
Style transfer. Like taking other people's styles and putting it in the image?
Because here's what I asked for originally was money with wings in a stained glass window. But I
Yes.
can provide a picture of money with wings emoji,
Yes. Which we're
and then we
going
do a
to
style
shortly.
transfer. Well, I'm not that interested, but like, trust me, I'm not going to use it. You know how that goes. But that's the thing I'd like to do the most is like take this starting picture and then make it a stained glass window, or take the starting picture and I don't know.
Have
I love
you
the car
played around with this as well? Am I like
Yeah.
way behind the curve here?
I mean, there's a lot of really
No one is
easy
behind the
stuff,
curve.
but I really do stay up on this. Is it? It's pretty interesting for many reasons.
I mean, I've seen a
Yeah.
lot of pictures, but I've never really played with it myself.
What I think is happening here, we're supposed to be getting the same image back every single time. But what I think is happening is that we have way too many tokens. We have 475 tokens. And it's
It's too
not
many
using
inputs.
all of them.
Oh, so you're saying it's generating different stuff, kind of?
Yeah. So let's just say we stop here.
I will say, Thindal, if you search stable diffusion and just hit the first link, there's a very low res thing you can play around with on the internet.
Is there
the
a
Fresh
Docker
Prince?
image or something I can run?
There's
Yeah,
a
well, you can.
you
Yeah,
can
there's a
answer.
ton of ways. You can run it in. What is Google's thing called?
Dolly, which
GCP?
you have to give them your
Yeah.
Google account for that. Dolly, right? No,
Not
I'm
that
sorry,
one.
Google's.
Yeah.
Bard.
No, the one that you
Bard is
can have virtual machines
the.
running.
Oh,
Google's, huh?
didn't even realize they had one, to be honest.
Oh, give me 2 seconds.
Bard is we're all there's so many things that are new that weren't here 4 months ago. Bard is the language model.
I think it starts with
Isn't
a
Bard Google's answer to ChatGPT?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they got salty when Microsoft bought in.
Salt. Oh snap. So yeah. The word on the street though is that Bard has been nerfed and it can be much better. The internal stuff could be much better, but they're not releasing it, which is, as they pointed out in the Hacker News thread, they were discussing this. If that is the case, then that was a horrible decision because now everyone's like, well, Bard is just okay. Like, why release it if you're gonna make it sound as good? Anyway.
Guess it's too expensive to run.
Yeah, that might be it too.
I mean, ChatGPT is not cheap. I read something about, and this
assume.
was before it really exploded. No, before it was cool. Something like 10 million US a day in server fees. Although they were very subsidized by Microsoft already at that point.
These things.
Yeah.
So you can download a Colab book to your, like if you do RunPod or some other cloud compute, you just download the Google Colab for Stable Diffusion, run the scripts in that, and then you would be able to run Stable Diffusion in that virtual machine instance, just as if you were running it locally on your machine. But I installed it locally because I have a computer that can do this.
So are you running Midjourney locally?
No. This is automatic
I was gonna
1111. So automatic 1111. And it's the Stable Diffusion web UI. He gives you some hard to follow instructions, but if you muddle your way through it, you'll be able to install Python, install Git, do a Git clone, and then modify web user. But you still need to do things like grab the initial model and put it in the right place, which he doesn't really explain that too well. The ESRGAN for upscaling, putting it in the right folder. And then you go to somewhere like Civet AI and start downloading models. And then you're like, I don't need full models anymore. I need LoRa's, which are smaller models. And then you learn. And then you and you do stuff.
So who's good at Docker and can do all this for me?
Yes.
I mean, if someone was good at Docker, you just find their Docker image. That's the secret.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it'll have, and this is a slander against Python people, right? The word slander, but the data scientists don't know how to program, basically. But they do amazing things. Yeah, see, that's why it's slander. But it's true. Like everyone else would have made a Docker image or something equivalent. Right. I also will say though that like it is hard to say, hey, here's a Docker image and it's for 40 gigabytes or whatever. How big are these bundles? They're in
the files themselves are huge. So the model files are about anywhere between 4 to 7 gigabytes each. And I have a bunch, which I'm not going to click on my drop down to show you all of them because
sure.
Yeah, we can have a Docker image with all the logic in it, and then just mount a drive somewhere on your disk that contains your models.
See, this
you
was
just drop them in there.
I did play with notebooks, actual collab notebooks, way back when that was the only way to do it. And the thing that happened was when you went to go download the model, the link would be broken because they'd shut it down. Someone had shut it down. Like the biggest mistake is if you ever see a model with an S3 bucket link, because that person has just gotten like a multi-$1,000 bill. So per month, like per week, and who knows how big it's getting. So I feel for you if you need to host these models and want to distribute it to the world, because you're gonna basically run several terabytes. And I mean,
and that is a perfect use case for torrents, legal use case for torrents.
Good point.
Yeah, I remember. I'm not sure if it's still if it's still happening, but in the before times, basically, if you wanted a Linux image like from Red Hat, you had to torrent it from their official torrent links, which was how it was distributed.
So yeah, these pictures were all generated from kind of a joke prompt. We just copy and pasted some lyrics, and it did this, which is kind of cool that it found context in those lyrics to generate images on what we would think of as Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or something adjacent to it, which is pretty impressive.
Very.
So, do we have a real prompt though?
That's not Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
No, it is. But I mean, do we?
Yeah, but a real prompt.
Prompt? Okay.
Oh no.
All right, you got to help me with the prompt. This is what I want. I have a thing I do called a shrug wall.
Go ahead.
Shrug wall. Oh wait, Lucas has one. I'm okay with that one.
Well, yeah. I mean, let me
talk through mine.
Yeah.
You can. All right, the shrug wall. So I have a script that generates the randomized emojis for shrugs. I just do every skin color, basically it says gender, but it's basically shirt code. Anyway, I have a shrug wall and I'll throw like 30 of those in a row. So I need that in image form. I need just like 400 people in a crowd doing the shrug emoji gesture, but I don't know how to say it.
That
Also,
one's
do
going to be really
Lucas's.
hard. So one thing
Yeah.
that you can do as part of your prompt engineering is to come up with your prompt in your words, take it to ChatGPT and say, improve this for a stable diffusion prompt.
Interesting.
Nice.
I will try that. And I have Dolly as well, and at least on the work machine, because I don't want to give Dolly my home. This is why having a separate work account is great, because they're kind of disposable. Like this will
Yeah.
not follow me the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So
like I have a domain that I can just create an email address for, use it for as long as I need it, and
no, but
oh,
that person does not exist.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I
I
like the
love
amount
this
of
person does not
information that's
exist.
out there about me. And that's saying, you know, that's coming from a guy whose address you can find in 2 seconds. And I'm still worried about the amount of information about me that's out there.
Oh, this is supposed to be more cartoony. Dang it. So we don't want render. We don't want realistic. We want cartoon.
I mean, like a medically accurate dragon. You don't want to.
Seriously.
You don't want a scientifically accurate dragon.
Check out these membranes.
You'll hear about that MMO on Reddit. The guy who wanted help, like building the MMO, and he had it all designed and stuff. It's gonna be like realistic dragons in it.
No.
That's cool.
That sounds.
Not gonna say they laughed him out, but kind of told him to go stick it somewhere.
Oh, really?
In a nicer way. Sounded like kids, so.
Let's try a different model. I'm not gonna win any awards. I'm gonna. Ooh, this one actually came up pretty cool.
Ice cream
some
commercial.
Of these are cool.
This thing's ready to do some ice cream commercials. Maybe that's how sponsored stuff can slip into the.
Yeah.
Those actually look kind of cool.
I like them. Do you like them, Lucas?
I have seen very good stuff from Midjourney, but I don't think that's why I was interested if you're running it locally, because I'll
show the Midjourney thing. They have a LoRa that trained itself on Midjourney to kind of capture that same style. And a LoRa is essentially, man, there's a really good video that describes the difference between a model, a LoRa, a hypernetwork, and a textual inversion, and how they actually affect the image. So a model will just say, here, it's been trained on these images to see this is what's been tagged as a dog, as a cat, as a bird, as a dragon, as whatever. And they just, I smelled that from here.
Wait, are y'all hearing my burps? I'm trying to mute.
Yes, we are. We are hearing all of them.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm on Linux today. I pulled up my headphone mic. All right, I apologize.
No worries.
No worries. I was just thinking, like, does he know that we can hear those?
No, I don't. I didn't. All right. Well, we were saying things about programming. So what were we saying about programming?
I was talking about the way that these models actually work is because it's trained on it, then it goes through the generative network where it starts with you feed it noise and the prompt, and then it tries to make the noise look like the thing that you're asking for, and then over time it gets rewarded for it doesn't look right, or it does look right, and then punished where it doesn't look right. And then you introduce, here's a model, here's a LoRa, so then you go in and say, let's put in that noise into the model, create a generation step, and then create some LoRa steps on either side of it. So you're tweaking the output based off of using this extra LoRa generative AI stuff in between steps. And that's how the same model that I used to generate those cartoon ones now kind of looks like Midjourney generated models. But I think we need something more fantasy.
Training a model is going to take a while and require a little bit of resources.
Yeah, or
and
just
a bunch of tagged
time.
images.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a bunch of tagged images.
Like, let's do anything which has a really big potential. So like I use anything for all of my anime character creation stuff because I want to visualize my characters as I write about them. But it tends to be okay, good. It tends to be fine when you're drawing dragons. Oh, that looks like the one from Secret of Mana. Oh wow. I like this guy. Anyway, there you
Yeah,
go.
looks evil.
Generate a Jeffrey's hat. It would have, like, I guess his hats would have been Google image search. I don't know if they're Google image searchable. I would assume that they're there, but
It might be in there. Who knows?
let's give it a shot. I mean, can we get more details though? Because we're giving it super simple prompts like Jeff Fritz hat, for example. Let's get rid of Mid Journey, and it's going to be anime style currently, which I have my hand over the
Yeah,
barbed
yeah.
case.
That's the most dangerous prompt you've typed all day. Yep,
Yeah, it's getting close.
that is
It's like-
accurately anime. All right,
And
off
there he
the
goes.
screen. Yep.
So let's go back to one of the human-like deliberate. Deliberate or digital
How about
offset?
the .NET bot poking Jeff Fritz in the eye? That's very specific, right?
See, how is
Not
it going to
really.
know what a .NET bot is? That's
I
where
think it might actually know that, to be honest.
Like you're coming up with single phrase sentences, and what I'm trying to impress on you is that you're describing an entire scene to an AI.
you know what? It had the purple in that other picture.
Yeah, it's getting the
It
color,
had the
right?
Twitch purple. Or is his stream kind of purple themed?
Yep.
Yeah, but .NET bot isn't his.
Is that the logo for the .NET?
Yeah.
Thing?
Ooh.
So we can say like .NET logo with hands holding a knife poking him in the eye or something like that.
Whoa.
I mean, whoa, that gently, gently. With a friendly.
This sounds a bit dangerous. Anyway,
what are we? Yeah, this will. Yeah, what are?
Because okay. Let me give an example.
There's an image
of a prompt. Let me give an example of a prompt, and then we'll grab that image. A highly detailed cinematic still of a car chase scene from a movie about racing cars down a busy city street. Does anyone know what movie this is? I just came up with it on my own. It doesn't exist. The main driver of the car in front has spiky blonde hair. He is muscular and wearing a tight fitting graphic t-shirt in case we were able to see inside of the car. And then we want some cinematic lighting. We want some the background to be, what's it called, motion blur.
Mm-hmm.
Background detailed high res. Okay. And the kinds of things you get from this: cars racing down a street, motion blur. Wow. Yeah. So anyway, I described a scene, and it gave me something close to what might appear in a car racing movie as a cinematic still. Dukes of Hazzard, General Lee. So you can do stuff like that if it's well known. In the
You're saying Jeff
style
Fritz
of
isn't well known?
Not as
Dukes
well
of
known as
Hazzard.
General Lee from Dukes of Hazzard,
Yeah,
the TV show.
General
Yeah.
Lee. We'll see if it actually knows it. Knows the car.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome. Dude,
Yeah.
it's not orange.
No, but isn't it kind of the right type of car?
Kind of, yeah. It's a muscle car. I mean, back then it was
Yeah.
just a car, I guess. Ha! It was just a car.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's a
Orange.
classic car. Yeah, it doesn't. I think, yeah,
With a racist symbol on the roof.
yeah. It's the only.
Not
Let's
necessarily.
not go the entire way there and start going all southern.
That's maybe why it didn't. Yeah, it's whatever. Like, yeah.
The thing that I won't be able to do with this is to get it to accurately put 01 on the side. Printed decal.
Oh, is that like
It's
a binary?
terrible with
Is that a
text.
generally? Yeah, terrible at text. And you could do a negative prompt that says text, right? And it will try and avoid making text.
Yeah,
Because I
so
was trying
that's
to generate logos, and yeah, it was.
logo generation. I mean, yeah. Again,
This is
look
more
into
style
Loras.
transfer stuff.
What I'll do is I'll create a trimmed version of this Stable Diffusion installation that I'm more comfortable with showing the entire process. But I have some models in here that are questionable.
No, it's all good. I will not install it for. I'm just hoping like in 6 months, and maybe they'll get anyway. Whatever. I don't need it right now, but sorry, I had to mute myself. I'm learning how to use the mute button, y'all. Turns out. Anyway,
Oh, I
I,
can't use it. I forgot that it's only on Stable Diffusion v2 and it's broken.
I was trying to generate a logo on Vegan Bot Stream the other day, and it just made the ugliest logo because we were giving all glory to the Skybox, which was every text to speech he had set up was doing the word Skybox. So we started praising its glories. I was trying to generate a logo with the Skybox in it. You're like, what's a Skybox? It doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, it does. We're going to do it. I'm going to show you
Okay.
something interesting. Micro casing.
Whatever generator he was calling out to was really struggling with both logos and doing boxes and squares, and it was a struggle.
Oh man, I have two that are great at boxes and squares. So how about a logo, a company logo, or what?
I don't know.
Logo?
I like. I don't know. What's the difference? Just a company logo sounds good.
Company
no
logo.
text though. It's going to be terrible unless you want it for a joke.
And then explain the Skybox.
Okay.
Yeah,
let's try a cardboard box. An open cardboard box, floating in the sky. And now this is where I get. Can we go back to the description of the box? It's got to be glowing, radiant. Can it be a different color? Can it be translucent? This is where like. I don't think translucent's smart. But let's
if
do
you
glowing.
want, I have a Laura for translucent as well.
Interesting.
Like I've made glass people, glass sculptures. It is so cool.
I'll leave that out. Let's stick to the simple. And then okay, so now we're talking about background. Do you think there's anything else I should describe about the box?
We don't need background for logo. Tell me about the color of the box. You said you wanted a different color.
Let's do white or black. If this is logo, I'm not sure which is going to be better.
Transparent.
It could be.
I don't think you can paint transparent.
Oh crap, I deleted the nulling case and micro world.
So we'll see.
Micro world, micro.
Oh man, Thindal, that is. You know it's going to generate the ice cream, even if you don't mention the ice cream. Everyone's going to have ice cream.
Okay, here we go.
Ice cream diffusion. That's what they call it.
It's the best diffusion.
Hey,
Hey,
where's your
it
radiant
got
colors?
like a 3D shadow on that thing.
That's kind of cool. I wish I had some ice cream right now.
What was the completed prompt?
Right now it is a company logo. Gosh, we need to
Yeah,
make
see.
it.
Logo needs to be stronger, or I was gonna like when I was generating the prompts, I tried to say SVG. Like it was, if you
Ooh,
found an
yeah.
SVG, that would be like a perfect thing. I would like to see, but once we added all the like glowing and all that, then it kind of became more of a picture. So I see
We
this is
need
where I
some.
just don't know how to generate logos.
Yeah, that's fine. We need some colors for the glow. Is it
All right,
glowing
so if it is a black
purple,
box,
green, blue,
sure, hit it.
orange?
Choose dealer's choice.
I love purple and radiant blue. Cool. So what I would do, see these down here?
That is
These
looking
remind me
better.
of logos.
Oh, it has a logo on it. That might
Yeah.
be what it's
So then
prompting.
I would grab those things and then try to mold them. So if I took, I don't know, pick one. If I took this one, yeah, this one, and then I sent to image, a new feature, ask for a random color. Like, we could. So if we wanted a random color, we could do purple. Actually, we're gonna do 1 to 2 colors. It'll pick anywhere between 1 and 2 of these colors: blue, purple, orange, green,
Ooh.
white, brown. It's gonna glow brown.
Oh, you're
Pink.
typing it in. Okay.
Violet.
I was interested because I would love for us to be able to say, here's a palette and go generate the only
You
colors you're
kind of
allowed to
can.
use is this palette.
But I'm still really impressed. I mean, if you look at that box that is generated, on the right side, it's actually glowing bluish on the ground.
Yeah, it's got great
Kind of insane.
lighting type stuff. Here's a good one.
Yeah.
It's just not glowing. So, actually,
That
now
one
that
is
I
pretty.
said that, or this one. Yeah, it's just when you think of logos for companies, or when I think of logos for companies, they're this kind of flat, simplistic shape, simplistic colors. There's no glow. There's no
Yeah, I shouldn't have said glowing. All right,
yeah.
make me a logo with your words, with a box that is um,
Floating in
in
the
the
sky.
sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a skybox, and the joke there is again, like a video game skybox. Is just the background that you put in the sky, right? Like
Yeah.
it's
So
basically
what
it's
I
a
would do
skybox.
is a simplistic logo. It uses the colors 1 to 2, and then all of those colors that I just had: pink, blue, orange, brown, white, black, yellow. I don't know colors. Teal, indigo. Okay. And then, because I wanted to choose 2 random ones every single time that we generate, I'm just going to put it down here in my mini multi-prompt magic box. And we'll get 8 of them.
I got a bad feeling about this.
I do too. It's supposed to be in the sky. Maybe we need to make that.
And see, in the sky, just maybe take out the in the sky, because who cares? We need, you know,
Oh, I keep
think
losing my Nolan case. Micro world.
Marcus, do you really want to ask that?
What's the worst that can happen?
I believe I
We
had my
could
mic
just
on
make
the whole
people see
time.
things that they don't want to see.
Yeah.
Okay, so didn't really like any of these. Oh, you know what? That looks like I still have a seed in there, and that's why we weren't getting very varied pictures. Oh, we don't even need the sky in there anyway.
Hey, Prague.
That'll be fine.
Yes,
Prague
we are
testing
playing
is
around with
here.
a AI tool.
I'm here on the chat, and you missed me not muting my mic on accident. Well, because I don't know how to use computers. That was technically. I just
Actually,
assumed
Prague.
a USB headset had a hardware
Nope.
mic, and it was
Nope.
software based, and it works on Windows, but not on Linux.
Nope.
Log testing. We can troubleshoot as Blazor problems. And by we, I mean you two, because for me, I'm like, well, clear out your directory. My only thing to prog testing that I didn't say is, like, forget about Visual Studio completely. Try and just run it from the command line. And just, that is a much, how do I say this? Many fewer moving parts. But I also think, like, once you start thinking about it as, like, the .NET SDK versions you're running and what files are in the folders and all that kind of thing, there are fewer variables when you're building in a Visual Studio. It is more moving parts, and you're not exactly sure how it's building.
I mean, that really depends on what the problem really is, right?
Well, one of the suggestions was to update Visual Studio, and I was like, this should never be the solution.
Yeah. Well.
No.
Oh, are you doing the in paint or the drawing
uninstall.
thing?
Yeah.
I mean, it should never. Let me state that it has definitely been the solution in the past.
Yes.
But
I have actually never had that happen. I mean, I'm not saying that it hasn't happened to you. It's just never happened to
Marcus,
me that I had to reinstall it.
he went further, Marcus. He uninstalled and reinstalled.
Time to go.
I have to leave. It actually is. I gotta go. That was my alarm, and that
if
was.
this actually turns into anything, I'll send it to you.
Oh goodness.
I'll put it in
yeah,
Discord.
and yeah, just send it to me on the Vegan Bot stream where I'll be hanging out because it's gonna be madness. All right, let me give you all a quick pitch. He's hooked up everything. So he's got a skybox command that generates whatever you're doing, 1-1, and he throws it directly into his stream background. Just whatever prompt you type in, he'll just have it go in the background. He has AI voice lines that you choose a voice, and then it will call to something called the UberDuck API, which is running all these generative text to speech. And so you can choose, like, I want to be Abe Simpson from The Simpsons, or I want to be Jay-Z. And so he's like, oh, there's a ton of rappers, sweet. And so then he gets ChatGPT to generate raps on really nerdy topics. And then he gets another thing to generate beats for it. And then he throws all of that together and does a fully automated rap about a topic from either Jay-Z or Eminem or whatever. So there you go. It's amazing. Anyway, so send your things just directly into his stream chat whenever he starts streaming.
Yes, because I'll be there and paying attention.
I'm sure all of you will be there.
So Bob Ross, you had a corrupted storage pool, like
this?
corrupted RAID, and you can't rebuild it? Like a RAID pool?
Yeah, the NAS. I think he's saying buying a new hard drive. Yeah. Oh, nothing worked. Woo! All right, I gotta go, y'all, and I do apologize for
Yeah,
not
take
knowing
care,
how to
man.
use a computer. So,
Take care, man.
No worries.
lesson learned. Later,
Um,
bye.
Have a wonderful, wonderful
I
day.
wanted to I wanted to see if Prog Testing was trying to talk about the issue that he is still running into. He said that he was able to get everything to build earlier, and it's just coming back as 404. I
I think
thought
the
Bob
problem
Ross.
is he's Norwegian, and I mean, that's a problem in itself, right?
I will decline to respond to that. I
Yes,
thought Bob
sounds
Ross
like
was
a good
talking about what was LiveCoding talking about. But yeah, this thing is called Stable Diffusion from Automatic 11. This is an Automatic 1111 installation. You can find it on GitHub. And it's just Automatic 111111111. If you want to try to install it yourself and follow the instructions there. What I was trying to do was take the concept that LiveCoding gave us as the prompt, which I want to do your prompt. It's just that it decided to stop working. Your prompt, Thindal. Which is a "We Are the World" kind of thing.
Yes.
Is that what I saw from
But
it?
with a war.
But with a war. People always with wars, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's see if it'll load. No, it's still working on it.
Try some things. Rebuilding the storage pool, new hard drive, different RAID config. Do you have the good old way of offloading the entire drive and adding a new one and starting over? If you have somewhere to put it in the meantime? It's a bit like the, have you tried turning it off and on again solution, but maybe.
You build a VM to test it with. That's a good one.
Well, if it doesn't work when you do like a blank reset, then you have something else that's going on, right? What's your NAS software? Are you using like a hardware QNAP or something?
Why is this doing this? This is so weird. I think my image to image and my inpaint are broken. That's so dumb. Okay, anyway. This one probably
To the
would be
side so you
good
don't show
with
anything horrible, I guess.
Function Infinity. Those? Okay, so I'm going to make sure that this thing doesn't have anything terrible for us. And then I will show your prompt results.
Maybe. Perhaps.
Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. It only generated one prompt result. Not that one.
Can you do like a full reset on it, Bob Ross? Like, actually reset to factory. So if that doesn't work, I mean, you have another problem.
Yeah, these are not great.
Let's not go there then.
There's a lot of symbology and issues with that.
I can imagine.
But if you wanted to do a war, we can do a cybernetic war where the synth robots are holding hands singing for peace. There is ice cream. I think that was an important piece of this.
Yes, most definitely the most important piece. Everything gets better with ice cream, right?
It is
Or everything
night
is better with ice cream.
fires rage all around the half destroyed city. I'm still going to
You're
use
doing the
cinematic
prompt only
lighting.
without the keyword war,
Yeah,
right?
pretty much. And I'm putting synths instead of people because it's the people that are gesturing in certain ways.
Mm.
Cinematic lighting, heartwarming, maybe?
Yeah,
Heartwarming
try to get it
camaraderie.
into a positive image of
Yeah.
image of some kind. I've got a headache and I can't speak today.
It's okay. 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 Can we show these? Or are these robots going to be doing explicit gestures as well? That's kind of lame.
When you say explicit gestures, do you mean like the hand in the air kind of gesture?
Oh, yeah. You can kind of see it back there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
these
those are kind
guys.
of cool. Yeah.
Daft Punk.
Yeah. I like them.
I. There is one that I was kind of proud of. I don't think I kept them. Dang it, I didn't keep them. I essentially made it do Vash because I started watching the new Trigun. It's got great acting.
Trigun?
Yeah, it's an anime. The original Trigun is an anime,
Okay.
and they
Send a
remade it
link,
using
please.
3D render. Um,
Like to a YouTube trailer or an
yeah, yeah,
IMDb or
yeah, yeah.
anything.
So I I don't condone the animation that's used in it, but it's a really good story, and I have a soft spot for Vash.
Hmm.
Trigun, show me the original anime trailer, 1998. I'll get you a trailer. Trailer.
Trigun, like in 3 guns?
I would assume so.
Is it Japanese
Yes,
manga?
ish.
Yeah, I found it. I found it.
Okay. Yeah, so the 1998 anime, as I say it, all American, was just fantastic. It's, yeah, but you have to have grown up in that era to really appreciate the art style and stuff, in my opinion.
Manga ran until March 2007.
Yeah. And then the remake of it,
Manga,
again,
manga.
it's done using what kind of feels like lazy graphics techniques, but
Mhm.
it's just the nostalgia. Yeah, I wish I could provide input on your stuff, Bob Ross, but I got nothing. No networking
Same.
hardware stuff from me. I'm sorry.
Same here. I have no ideas.
Like the advice that I gave to Captain Commerce when he came in and he had the issues were like, I don't know, I just happened to brush across those situations, like reseat your cables, reseat your RAM, make sure that they're in the right configuration. And it happened to be that he had them in the wrong configuration for his motherboard.
Oh yeah, you had problems with the blue screens, right? That was his
Yeah.
RAM.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was because they just weren't in the dual channel slots.
Hmm.
So when you have two RAM sticks, you put them in the dual channel first and
Yeah, so
third
you had both on
usually.
a single channel right next to each other?
Yeah, he had them well on their own
Okay.
channels, I think.
Okay.
My Windows 11 machine was crashing a lot while playing StarCraft. Eventually, a Windows update seems to fix it. Wow. Yeah, I would imagine it's maybe a driver update that came with your Windows update, like a video driver update.
And Bob Ross, if you have like an old laptop or something, you could just plonk that down somewhere and put a couple of USB drives on it.
Mm.
Doesn't have to be more complicated than that.
About sci-fi. Let's go sci-fi
My
for our robots.
I have 2 servers at home. One is a HP microserver, which was a horrible thing to buy. because it was expensive and turns out it kind of sucked for what I needed it for. So I'm using my old desktop computer. I was planning to sell it without the graphics card, but it was zero market for a computer without a graphics card. So I
Yeah.
kept it and installed the Windows Server on it. And now I have that as a, quote, compute server. And the HB is pretty much only for NAS.
Like I have networked computers. That's what I have. And each one has their purpose. Like that computer over there does all of this stable diffusion stuff for us. Um, my computer is for a lot of business related things and um, streaming. And then the one upstairs is for other purposes. Here we go. Got it. This is more like what you were looking for, yeah? Except with humans.
I'm not sure what I was looking for. You said give it a more random prompt, so I just thought of something.
You thought of war.
Yeah.
When I think of
That-
random, I think of war.
Yes, exactly. That red one on the top left looks kind of gnarly, doesn't it?
But look, it's like they were fighting and now they're holding hands and singing together.
Aw.
I'm on my second Dell machine, can't complain. Works well with my speech recognition software. That's awesome. That is super cool. I have cyber power PCs everywhere. Accumulated over the years. Kind of reminds me of
I
Iron Man,
build
though.
mine.
Yeah.
I think the last time I bought a pre-built was in like 2001 or something. But then I can get exactly what I want.
Which is? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, but I mean the exact spec that I want
I
for
know,
a
I
good
know.
price. The problem is, I'm always like this. When I buy something, I'm like bouncing. I want it now. I want it now. I want it now. And then I get all the hardware. And I'm like, oh, this is gonna take 5 hours to build. It's gonna
Well, ice cream,
suck
guys.
because it's not fun. It's not difficult, but I mean, I find no joy in building computers.
Guys, we want ice cream.
Yeah, there's no ice cream. They forgot that.
I'm trying to give it more weight. Apparently, this model, the Alice mix, doesn't know about ice cream.
Oh. Does know about robots, though.
Oh, she looks like she's trying to hold ice cream. We
Oh,
got one!
there we go. And it almost looks like they're all eating it as well. They all
Maybe
have
it
open
melted.
mouths.
Yeah, so like I was watching an Adobe stream as well. They have this thing called Firebird, Fire something. Anyway, it's their AI generative stuff. And excuse me, they were talking about the four things that you need for an AI prompt, and like, or not for an AI prompt, for conveying imagery, for conveying information via images. And so like colors obviously, and then the entities, and then some words that are describing an action. So when you're holding, this is holding ice cream versus like if it was closer to her mouth, then we would say it's eating ice cream versus looking at ice cream, that kind of thing. And I was like, man, there's so much to it that you could really get into when you're.
And just because you said holding, look at their fingers.
Yeah, it does. So you can make it do really, really good with hands. I don't have all of my bad hands and no mutations in here, but I usually have that. But you specify no bad feet, no bad hands, no multiple extra digits, no extra limbs. Yeah, it's all in your negative prompt that you would make it look cool. But I mean, it works for them because they're robots. They don't have to conform to human form.
Oh,
Us and
definitely
our
not.
thinking bipedal is supreme when We can make robots look like anything. Anything we want. It's a Mr. Whippy.
Okay, so a purple ball robot with one antenna
Ooh.
and how should I describe it?
Yeah, how do you describe the faceplate thing?
A
A screen or
square.
face? A square, yeah. Square gray screen, I think it is.
Yeah, could be. I mean, yeah, you saw the image, right?
Oh, I didn't actually click on it. I'm just trying to remember it off
Okay.
the top of my head.
I can send it again.
No,
There
I
you go.
found it.
It's a second image.
Oh, it's got a white visor.
Yeah. And floppy arms and legs.
Okay, this is going to be bad
Try it.
because I'm using the Alice mix, which is tending towards a more dark, gritty feel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Well,
Oh, this one's really close. It needs to
yeah.
be all purple.
I think it's mixing up the white and purple and not like attaching it to the robot and visor parts. It's getting more a white and purple robot with a visor. Makes sense? That's
Yeah,
just my
surely you
guess,
don't
though,
want to match
from those
exactly.
images.
That's right.
No, but I was thinking, how to get it as close as possible to that image,
But why?
just to see
That's the whole
what
thing
you can
about
do.
creativity and imagination. You can take something that exists, maybe, or draw on those things to create something brand new, and be like,
Yeah, but I was
"Hey,
thinking,
AI."
reverse engineering it.
Why?
You just have the text be the art.
Yeah, true. Yes. I mean, that's kind of what alt tags for, alt attributes.
Yeah.
But that is also another cool thing that you could do with this, because if you have an image, which we're not able to do anything with because it looks like image to image is broken, if you send it to image, and then you say interrogate clip, it'll take a minute, but it'll look at the image and try to describe it with words and then put those words up in the prompt.
Oh, that's cool.
And so
but
this
is he
clip,
using a bad cop or good cop? Yeah. Sorry, I'll see myself out.
sad robot. It's like, I don't know what to do with these pieces. You gave me too many. I wonder if we can do interrogate. No, you can't interrogate on this. But yeah, it looks like the image to image is broken. It swaps heads when it's trying to change emotion. That's what it is.
Ah, that's kind of smart.
See, and then we create a story off of it, and you use your imagination to do even more creative things.
Yeah.
So, a purple ball robot that switches heads to convey different emotions. It has one antenna, even though this one has like 60 antennae. I'm spelling antenna wrong. There's two N's in antenna. Oh, these are cool. I like these.
Yeah. That one is a diaper.
But anyway, we're going to leave with that because I like these. That's a positive note. And I got to pee.
Let's end on a positive note.
Yeah. So, how about some last words then from you?
Be kind, rewind.
Be kind and rewind. As well as
use no docs.
Use no docs. Definitely that.
Don't dox yourself.
Check
Be
out
careful
Don't Dox
out there.
Yourself in the Microsoft Extension Store or Visual Studio Extensions. Yeah. Good stuff written by Thindal. And check out his next stream whenever he streams again, which is
at the latest Tuesday.
any day now, is what he said.
Yeah, at latest Tuesday. Hopefully before that, we'll see. If it's before that, I'll be doing. I think the Blazor "What You See Is What You Get" editor.
Cool. I like WYSIWYGs.
Yeah, you saw that one, right? The like block editor thing that I'm building.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's actually starting to get somewhat usable, which is cool.
What if I want to get
What if I want to get yes docs?
You need 2 X's. Otherwise, it's not for real.
Yeah, I think that's called Imager, and just giving out all of your passwords. Oh wait, no. Yes docs would be LastPass. They keep leaking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
These are cool.
Anyways,
Anyway,
have
big
a
round.
wonderful, wonderful day, my friend.
You as well.
And everyone else. I will see you around.
Yeah.
Bye.
Ciao. And thank you everyone else for being here for this community day. I hope you enjoyed a little bit. I always have a ton of fun when we get to play with AI gen type stuff. It's I don't know, I just get a kick out of it. Making me stretch my imagination. I know it kind of makes some people feel like you're taking this imagination thing and you're putting it in a static form. And I'm like, but you're not. You're just generating a whole bunch of different images that might even make it explode more and give you more imaginative things to come up with. And it just doesn't stop for me. So anyway, more tools in your toolbox. I agree. So thank you all for being here. Bob Ross, if you need more assistance with that, you can definitely try Discord if you haven't already. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. Okay, so that's going to be it for me for today and for the week. So I will see you again on Monday if you happen to show up on Monday. What I mean to say is I will see you the next time that I see you. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend and just have tons of fun. Buyer beware. Oh, okay. So that's going to be it for me. I'm not going to rate anyone because I need to run. My bladder is about to explode. You don't need to know that, but I told you anyway. Turning the music up. Oh, yes. Video, YouTube, 24 hours, blah, 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 blah. Check out Discord. Whatever the third thing usually is. Okay. Ciao.